AITA for telling my friend not to come if she's bringing her kid? One of my nearly 30 friends put together a get-together at a restaurant for my birthday. The place has a bar where we're going to be hanging out. The plan was to get a bit tipsy and order appetizers. My husband and I have a 3-year-old, but we're hiring a babysitter for the night. We rented out a private room with a bar. My other friend, Missy, has a 5-year-old daughter. She mentioned she was going to bring her. I offered to pay my babysitter extra to watch her daughter. Missy said no because her daughter is in daycare all day and she doesn't want her to have to then be with a sitter. I said I understand, but I don't think it's appropriate for her to come. 1. I know our group. We're going to get rowdy and I don't want to censor myself. 2. Missy's daughter is like a lot of 5-year-olds. She doesn't sit still, wants to run over the place. Missy admits she doesn't bring her out to restaurants much because she doesn't know how to act. But I also know Missy will just sort of let her, as she's very permissive. I spoke to my friend who put it together and said I don't want any kids there. There's a reason I got a sitter for my own kid. That friend agreed and told Missy not to bring her daughter. Missy has now thrown a fit and said she's not coming. I said I completely understand. There are events I have missed because I don't want to leave my daughter, and the group understands. As we all have kids. I told Missy I'd be glad to have a playdate, lunch another time with our kids so we can still hang out. I told Missy I can't stop her from coming to the restaurant, but we absolutely will not allow her to come into the private room. She's very hurt that we're excluding her. AITA for not wanting a kid at my party and telling my friend she can't come if she brings her? Also, if it's relevant, Missy didn't pay for the rented room. 2 of my other friends did as a gift to me. So, it's not as if I'm telling her she can't come to something she paid for. NTA. You offered reasonable solutions and she refused. When a person chooses a lifestyle, they have to deal with whatever comes with it. But they aren't entitled to special treatment. Especially when people of a similar lifestyle have adapted. We've all had to miss out on something for one reason or another. Plenty of parents have had to make this choice before. She's not letting herself be an independent adult outside of parenthood. This could have been a great evening for her to blow off steam and come back more parenty than ever. I have a couple of friends who regret not taking up babysitting offers earlier in their parenting journeys to allow themselves to be grounded. It's a shame. Really. NTA. This is an adult gathering and you offered a generous solution in paying your babysitter extra to watch both kids. You are not excluding Missy. Missy is excluding herself. NTA. It's your birthday, you can cry if you want to, girl. Basically what you want at your party goes, especially as this friend was not involved in the rental or planning process. If she allows this to stem off into a larger discourse between you two, I say good riddance. A friend would respect your wishes, and if she can't even try to understand, then it comes off as slightly manipulative and even a lil like she's taking advantage of your fun night out. Not that it is that way, but it says a lot about a friend who is more concerned with their own wishes and wants during your birthday. NTA. Child-free events are and should be a thing. Missy is excluding herself from a child-free event because she doesn't want to get a sitter for a kid who won't remember she was in childcare all day. NTA. Since I think Missy is being unreasonable and it's quite obvious why this isn't a good choice for her to be making. Unfortunately, as the birthday girl, you along with the friend who is planning it to kind of have an obligation to all your guests for it to be a reasonably fun event. Meaning it would probably be doing your other guests a disservice if you let Missy bring her rambunctious kiddo, because everyone else is likely to feel a bit uncomfortable or stifled. Having a no kids event is very reasonable. It also sounds like you took multiple steps before ultimately having to tell her a firm no first. You offered your sitter. Second, you told her you didn't feel it would be appropriate. You then offered to arrange another get-together that is kid-friendly for the two of you. At this point, Missy has had ample time to make the right choice. To take the hint, and to handle the request gracefully. It's not your fault she isn't doing so. NTA. You're being a responsible person and a good friend. There's really nothing more anyone could do in this situation. If your friend doesn't realize this, it's on her. NTA. As you said, there are events you miss out. When you have kids, you can give them to babysitter or relatives if you want to attend. Or you just don't attend. But you can't force, always, your child onto others and non-child appropriate places. This is not fair to your friends, nor is it good for the child. And in the end you also won't have as much fun, because you have to divide your attention between the event and your child. Myth have to go home early, because the child has to sleep at 7 o'clock. NTA. You tried to accommodate her and it didn't work for her. Not all events are appropriate for children. That is the case here. This isn't a case of excluding her. NTA. You made accommodations and offered to pay for them. She threw a fit. NTA. Absolutely doesn't sound like an appropriate environment for a 5YO to be in, and hugely surprised your friend didn't take the babysitter up, as it's a much more appropriate venue for the kid. Your friend is being unreasonable for no really good reason. NTA. Honest question. Is it not prohibiting a 5-year-old minor from hanging in a bar something every adult should try to enforce? NTA. This is not kid appropriate. Stick to your guns. If she doesn't come, fine. If she does come with the kid, she has walked out. NTA. Who tries to bring a kid to an adult's bar event? Missy had her reasons to decline a babysitter. But that also means she declines the invitation. If she's upset about it, remember that she chose to make this an issue. She owns this, not you. NTA. She's excluding herself. You've made more than clear that you don't want kids around. The only option BTW. Considering the B-day is in a bar. And if she wants to insist, it's on her. The consequences. Come on. You even offered to pay for the babysitter. She's 100% tough for still pushing this issue. NTA. You tried to accommodate her, she made her choice. An adult party at a bar is not appropriate for a kid. You offered multiple solutions and she said no. NTA. Your friend is very entitled. As you said, most in the group have kids and those kids are not coming. You even offered for her to also use your sitter. She chose to not leave her child, which is fine, but this is not a child's party. So her choosing to not leave her child excludes her. You didn't do that. She did that. NTA. This is an intended adults' night out. Missy is being a big about this. NTA. You didn't exclude her either. You would have actually even paid for her to be able to come to your birthday celebration, and she chose to not take it. That she chose to make an issue of it is unreasonable because, again, she could easily go. It is also irresponsible of her to plan to take a 5-year-old to the party considering the group's plan while there. Hope this helped. NTA. Missy admits she doesn't bring her out to restaurants much because she doesn't know how to act. She doesn't know how to act because Missy never taught her how. It's a kid-free party. Period. She can't come if she wants to bring her daughter.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. AmITheAsshole is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.